Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show, Music and Conversations. I'm your host, Shaun, and I'm the co-host, Andrea Vacon, who performed her original composition, Ripples on the Water. Our guest today is Kirsten Manville, which uses elements of American folk, country, and blues. Kirsten's music is heartfelt, whether you're telling a story, delivering it to an emotion, or capturing a moment in time. Her songs have received radio airplay on a number of stations in the United States and overseas. She has 2 albums out, Come With Me and Plenty Will Sing, which has a top 5 album pick in Memphis Jones magazine. She did 40 songs for Rock County album. Here sing her new song, Green Eyed Daisy. Please welcome Kirsten Manville.
Green-eyed daisy, sweet as pie. When she smiles, the boy's hearts sigh, and when she laughs, those same hearts sing. Bobby Joe swish away his ring. But Daisy's got herself some plans, and they don't involve a wedding band. She needs some room to grow, has some seed she needs to sow. And green-eyed Daisy's gonna reach for the sky. She's a wildflower that's never been wild, so she'll follow her dreams, chase everyone, and blossom in the sun. Mama says don't forget your roots. Daddy begs please come back soon. Daisy smiles, this will always be home, but I wanna be free to roam. And green-eyed Daisy's gonna reach for the sky. She's a wildflower that's never been wild, so she'll follow her dreams, chase everyone, and blossom in the sun. She wants to dance in the wind and wash in the rain. Finally live up to her name. And green-eyed Daisy's gonna reach for the sky. She's a wildflower that's never been wild, so she'll follow her dreams, chase everyone, and blossom in the sun. In the sun.
That was Kirsten Manville, our singer and guest for the day. That was very good, Kirsten.
Thank you very much. Thank you both for having me.
So I heard about your career. Do you have so describe your career process.
Oh, My creative process has really changed over the years. I used to start with a lyric idea and kind of build the song around that. And the last few years, I've tended to start more with a musical idea and kind of come up with lyrics that might fit into the music that I've come up with. And no matter which way I do it, there's always a lot of editing. There's always, I get the main idea down, but then I go back and change a lot of things and rework everything until it's ready to be sung out in the public. So.
And how do you get your inspiration for your songs?
I get it from all over. Sometimes it's something that someone says. That song that I just sang, Green-Eyed Daisy, I was walking down Charles Street in Boston, and there's a little shop called Green-Eyed Daisy. And I just really liked the way that the words sounded together and the imagery, so that's where I got that one.
So I heard one of your songs so far, and I like all of them.
Thank you.
I just want to know what's the inspiration you got for your song, Jesus and Me?
Okay. Jesus and Me, I wrote, I lived in Nashville for a while, and I got the idea down in Nashville. I didn't write the song, but I would watch, when I was in Nashville, I would watch more late night television because of the time change. They're an hour earlier. And so like the Tonight Show would come on at 10:30 instead of 11:30. So I'd stay up and I'd watch it. But then usually right after that, I don't even know what you would call them, but sort of the religious shows would come on. And, I would watch a little bit of those before I went to bed and just kind of to see what they were saying. And that kind of gave me the idea that, everyone has their own. The song is called Jesus and Me, but it's more about everyone having their own kind of spiritual path.
Yeah, you're kind of like me. I kind of want to see the Tonight Show before I go to bed, too. So I also have one more song I do want to touch upon.
Okay.
It's called the Simple Thing or the Same Thing.
Yep.
And I heard that, and I was listening to some of the lyrics, and it's saying, I see you watching her. Does she know that she's watching him or whatever? How did that come about?
That's a good question. That was one of the ones that I just said where I had a musical idea before I had a lyric idea. And I knew I wanted to write a very simple song that didn't have many words. I wanted to get a story across without using a lot of words. So like you said, it's kind of like I watch you as you watch her. Like it's very kind of straightforward and simple.
Yeah, because I got the vision in my head that it's like a restaurant or a bar.
Yes.
And
yep.
there's a guy there, comes in every single Friday night, and he just watches this waitress do her job. You
got it, exactly. So yeah, I was just kind of trying to fit a story into a simple, into as simple a wording as possible, and that's what I came up with. It wasn't based on anything in real life or any story I had read or anything. I was just kind of making it up as I went along to fit in with the music.
Oh, good. And has your style evolved since the beginning of your career? Yes.
For one thing, I hope it's gotten better. I hope I've improved. But yeah, when I started writing songs in my 20s, I was also still studying classical voice and classical flute, and my songs kind of were a mishmash of kind of like folk and country and classical, and they sort of, I liked them, but they weren't really focused. And I think as I've gone through the years and kind of been able to focus my sound more, it's kind of landed in this sort of Americana folk world.
So I heard you used to live in Nashville.
I did, for 6 years.
Did
Yep.
Nashville help your songwriting, and how did it help?
Oh, yes. It definitely helped my songwriting in many different ways. They have, when you live in Nashville, there's workshops and things you can go to on a weekly basis to help your songwriting, but also just because it's a city full of songwriters, there's great music and songwriting to go hear every single night of the week. And you can walk into this little dive bar and listen to someone sing their songs, and it might be the person who wrote the song that's the #1 country hit that month or something. So you can just learn by listening and really studying what the other songwriters are doing. So yes, it really helped me out.
Okay, now Kirsten Manville will sing 2 more songs for us. The first song is called All Over But the Cryin'.
It's all over but the crying. It's all done but for the pain. We had our moment in the sunshine. Now it's time for some rain. We've talked it out till there's nothing left to say. The ticking clock's the only sound in the house. We've been silent for days. You turn away when I catch your eye, and I turn away when we say goodnight. Why do we still stay? 'Cause it's all over but the crying. It's all done but for the pain. We had our moment in the sunshine. Now it's time for some rain. We're not giving up, we're just giving in. And it's not losing when you just can't win. We've been tying ourselves in knots, trying to be something we're not, and the rope has worn too thin. Oh, it's all over but the crying. It's all done but for the pain. We had our moment in the sunshine. Now it's time for some rain. There's nothing left for us to do. It's time we stop trying, 'cause it's all over but the crying. Yeah, it's all over but the crying. Thank you.
And now our next song, which she's going to sing, is I'm Gonna Go.
Hank is on the radio as I climb on the bus. Your cheating heart reminds me of us. But I get tired of all the fuss and all the fight. Maybe running away is wrong, but but you ain't done me right. So I'm gonna go down the road as far as I have to see this through. Ain't gonna stop till my broken heart's good as new. Where I land, I don't know, but I'm gonna go. Well, I might dance a two-step down in Tennessee and have a little etouffee in New Orleans. No rodeo cowboy might give me a ride and swear I hung the moon in that big old Texas sky. And I'm gonna go down the road as far as I have to see this through. Ain't gonna stop till my broken heart's good as new. Where I land, I don't know, but I'm gonna go. I'll ride the bus, hop a train, I might even catch a plane. Find myself, meet someone new, do anything I have to do till I can say your name without feeling any pain. And I'm gonna go down the road as far as I have to see this through. Ain't gonna stop till my broken heart's good as new. Where I land, I don't know, but I'm gonna go. Where I land, I don't know, but I'm gonna go. Thank you.
Do you have any advice for songwriters who are thinking of recording in Nashville?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great experience. I learned so much. I would say the thing that I was told, which was very true, I would say to them too that it's all about relationships and meeting other people and working together and collaborating. And you know, they have a saying in Nashville that today's assistant is tomorrow's executive. So just the more people you can meet and connect with and have hear your songs, the better.
And do you have any advice for musicians just starting out?
Practice, which I know is not fun, and I myself procrastinate my practicing more than I'd like to admit. But practicing is definitely the way to get better, and also just take it one step at a time. Don't try to like reach for the moon right away, but you know.
Yeah, practice is perfect.
Yes, exactly.
And now, then the co-host has some questions to ask you.
Great.
Okay. Yes,
Andrea, your song at the beginning was beautiful.
thank you.
I can't wait to hear your other one at the end.
Let's see. What do you do? What do you enjoy the most about being a musician?
There's so many things I like about being a musician.
Yeah.
I just really love music, so I really love making music and singing. Singing is one of my favorite things to do, just wherever I am, even if it's in the grocery store. And the other thing I really enjoy is all the people I've gotten to meet and the places I've gotten to see, traveling a little bit to perform and meeting other musicians and performing with them. It's been a really wonderful experience to connect with so many different people all over the place.
What do you remember? No, do you remember your first gig?
I do remember if we're saying first gig for money, because I played a lot of piano recitals and everything when I was little. But I was hired. I think I was 12 or 14, somewhere in that middle school area. I was hired to play the flute for a church service. I had 2 pieces to play to accompany their chorus, their choir. And so that was it. They paid me, I think, $200 to come in and play the flute with them. So that was it.
Nice. When was it? What was it like?
I think, so if I was in middle school, it was probably in maybe like 1986, 1987, something like that. And it was nice. I was very nervous because this was the first time someone was paying me to provide, to use my music in a service, in a church service, and I really didn't want to mess up. So I was nervous, but it went okay. But that's what I remember about it the most, being like nervous about it.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about your favorite performance.
Oh, that's so hard because so many of them, they can all be so different. And I would say, I've been able to perform at Club Passim a couple of times. I opened for an artist there, and I've played their Campfire, and that's just this legendary venue in Cambridge where, Bob Dylan and Joan Baez and, everyone has played. So that was a fantastic time. But yeah, so I would choose that.
Okay. Is there a musician who you would admire the most, and why?
Oh, that's another great question. I might pick 2.
Okay.
One of the musicians that I've always loved since I was pretty young is a guy named Marty Stewart, who is a bluegrass country kind of guy. Just fantastic musicianship, plays a bunch of different instruments, just really genuine, really, really great. I just really enjoy listening to him. And then there's another woman, a songwriter named Teresa Berg, who lives in Nashville, and she's not, she does record her own albums, but mostly she writes for other country artists, and she's written a lot of famous songs over the years, and I just think she's a fantastic songwriter. I really admire her.
Yeah. If you could change one thing in the music industry, what would it be?
Oh, wow. If I could change one thing in the music industry, what would it be? I think what it would be is that I would rather people really become successful because of their musical talents and not because of how they look or an image they have, instead of just looking for for someone who looks a certain way and then, if they can sing, great, but instead finding great singers, no matter no matter what image they have.
In your opinion, what skills are the most useful in music industry?
I think, that there's the obvious skills, the technical skills on an instrument you're playing or vocal skills, but I think the thing that probably people don't think about is how much it really is a people, and really kind of like I was saying to you earlier, Shaun, it's really a people industry. So having good people skills, both for the business side of things and also for the audience and fan side of things, you really need to know how to communicate and how to relate to people.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Well, Kirsten, do you have a website people can check out of you?
I do. It's KirstenManville.com.
Okay. Thank you, Kirsten, for sharing your thoughts and music with us. Thank you all for the staff at WCAT and their assistants in giving us the opportunity to do the show at their studios. And thank you to the viewing audience for tuning into music and conversation. We hope you enjoy the show. To close the show, Andrea will perform her original song, Piece of Water. And Andrea, the floor is yours.